All right, good morning.
We made it.
Yes, wonderful. Come on over. We gather in that space right there. And good morning. How you doing?
Sit here.
All right.
And Lucy lives here.
Hi.
We're not reading this book yet. You'll be fine. Are you gonna die? Do you need to go back to the hospital? And go tell Jake that you're sorry with friends in the book.
I know. I walked up. Just got me. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, found a perfect spot for you. You become very green shirt too. You won't have on. Everybody has on a plaid shirt. It was a little cool this morning, wasn't it? I was like, ooh. Warm today. You Shelley, you all ready? Okay. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Now, are you coming up? You want to come up and sit on the carpet? You can sit on the carpet. Today we are reading stories about on the farm. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? We have a lot of books about tractors that we pulled some over there on the display. I don't know if any of our books are going to include a tractor. But of course, if you have a farm, you need a tractor or two. That's right. You have to have a tractor or two. Yeah. Well, that's a lot. Depends how big your farm is. That's what you need. Or if you do you have a tractor? No. You don't. Would you like to have a tractor?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, Uncle Danny came and brought the tractor.
He did. Oh, I bet
And Daddy helped him make the bed.
That is the best thing.
And we have
Teamwork.
a cow.
Mhm.
And when I went home, they made the cow.
I have a cow also. My cow's name is Millie. Is your cow like that?
No.
It's not? Oh, so you have a real cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just have a pretend one. So I have to use my imagination with my cow. What sound does a cow make? Moo. Right. And this is, after story time, you may see my tracks, okay? So, this is a hand. It is so special, and it was a special gift. So I don't keep the cow out there with the other animals. You probably know this if you never seen the cow out there with the animals. And you want to know why? It's special, and I have to make sure I treat it well. And, you know, sometimes the cows like to graze, and I just didn't want him to leave the building and graze out there and end up in somebody else's house. And so I just keep him in the back because he's very, very special. She's very special in his family.
What one is the one that's not born?
That's not her whole name? I didn't give her a last name yet. I just put her name. But after story time, if you want to, you can come and very gently love Nellie, okay? Because she's probably like, I know she'll. So, we finished our entire alphabet and sign language last week. Do you think we can reduce our alphabet and sign language if I help you remember? You think so? Will you help me?
We have which one?
A toy tractor. That tractor is really on your mind, isn't it?
We have two blue, one red.
Oh, that is perfect. I just had this old green one. That's it. Can you help me make the alphabet? You ready? Okay, let's start with our A. We'll say them out loud so we can remind our brain. A, B,
A is what?
C, good. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Do you remember what this means? Does anybody remember what this means? If you have to go to the park, you know, she is right somewhere. You have to go to the park. And the harder you shake it, it's going to. So if you're ever somewhere and you cannot get your mom's attention and you do like this, she's going to say, oh! They need to go to the park. They need to take you to the park. That's what you're trying to do. Go how you doing today? So let's get started with our books. Ooh. I want to read
about farmer.
Yeah, that's right. And the track is a big thing around here today. Oh, let's read. I'm so excited. I don't know what I want to read first. I think I want to read this one.
Is that a farmer book?
It says Henry's map. So when you have a map, yeah, you can go on a hunt and you can find where you want to go using a map. Now, if it's a treasure map, it'll have an X to mark the spot. But Henry's map, you have to see what is a map of. Because maps can be of different things. Let's see. Henry's map. Oh, here's a clue. Look.
It's talking about the farm.
Ooh, good job. Henry's map. Henry was a very organized sort of kid. He liked knowing exactly where everything was in his tiny little life. He straightened his mirror and smiled. A place for everything and everything in its place. Henry looked out his window and frowned. Tisk, tisk. What a mess the farm was. How could anybody ever find anything out there? Then he had an idea. I shall make a map, he said, so that everyone will know where everything belongs. He went to his cupboard, put his pencil and some paper, and he dropped to the table. The first thing he drew was his sky, and then he drew a picture of himself next to it. Then he rolled up his map and marched outside. At the wool shed, he came across Maisie and Daisy and Clementine. That. What are you doing, Henry? They asked. I'm making a map of the farm, said Henry. Oh, how exciting, cried the sheep. Are we in it? You are right here, said Henry. And he drew a square for the wool shed and the 3 sheep beside it. You see the sheep right there? The sheep clapped their hooves together. They were so happy. They're on Henry's map. Henry walked across the meadow and came upon Abigail sitting in the shade of a large oak tree. Hello, Henry. What are you doing? Asked Abigail. But before he could answer, the sheep cried out, "Bah, bah! He's making a map of the farm and we're in it." Really, said Abigail? Can I be in it too? Certainly, said Henry. And he drew a scribbly circle for the oak tree and a picture of a farm. Henry continued on his way until he saw Mr. Brown grazing by his stable. Hello, Henry. What are you doing? Yay, Mr. Brown. Maisie, Daisy, Clementine, Abigail quickly shouted, "He's making a map and we're in it." Remarkable, snorted Mr. Brown. Is there room for a horse? Of course, said Henry. And he took out his pencil and he drew a square for the stable and a picture of a horse. By the time Henry arrived at the chicken coop, all the animals were in an uproar. "A map! Henry's making a map and we're all in it," they exclaimed. He drew a square for the coop and 3 chickens. "Now," he said proudly, "we'll know where everything is." "Follow me," said Henry, leading the other animals up the hill. "I'll show you my map." Oh, there it is. It's with all the animals in. All the animals looked at the farm, then they looked at the map, and then they looked at the farm again. "But we're not there," bleated the sheep. "We're gone," whined Mr. Brown. "Oh no," booed Abigail. "Where did we go?" squawked the chicken. Henry looked out at the empty farm. There was no sign of the animals from his map. Down the hill they dashed, Henry leading the way, clutching his map. He rushed to the chicken coop, staring at his map. "There should be right here," he said. "Here we are," puffed the chickens, running up behind him. Thank goodness, said Henry. He ran to the stable. Mr. Brown, he called. I'm right here, snorted the horse. What a relief, said Henry. Abigail, he yelled. When he reached the oak tree, come in, ruled Abigail. Run into a tree. Thank heaven, said Henry. But what about those sheep? Here we are, cried the sheep, dancing on the watershed steps. Your mat was right after all, Henry. He hurried back to the stop and threw open the door. There was no one inside. He tiptoed over to his mirror. Slowly he looked into it. There you are, Henry, he smiled. Just where you ought to be. A place for everything and everything in between. Oh, I like that story. What a cool concept. I just chuckle every time I read this story. That was fun. Did you like this story?
Yeah.
So, it's not time for that tractor yet. I know what you're waiting for. I know what you're waiting for. Yeah, it is a tractor on the screen. You're right about that. So, can I read the next story? Okay, we're going to use a little help for the next story. Let's see. I am going to use my CD player because I need you to help me out with the next story. I need my number one. Good job, thank you. My number two. And three. Okay. And these are just going to sit right here because we need those for the story. Okay. Let me move my farmer from here. And let me get my book. And you know what? Because we like everyone to help us out. I'm going to give the big tall people a copy of this because you can follow along with me and the reader. And of course, you may want to sing this at home. I know you will. Okay. So the name of this book is called A Farmer's Life for Me. And most people sing it, so we're going to follow along with it. But the part I need you to help me with is the 1, 2, 3. Can you do that for me? 1, 2, 3. And then can you say, A Farmer's Life for Me? You ready? Good job. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. A Farmer's Life for Me. Oh, we're going to sing that like a zillion times. Okay? So let's get it all straight here. You see, I'm trying to do this on my own, Shelly. Look at me.
Is it still going
Up jump the farmers and set off on their way. Up jump the children ready for the day. Off they go together and this is what they say. 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. It's time for the milking, the cows they've got a bell. Careful, you're kicking, still the milk is well. How many buckets are there, can you tell? 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. We go up to the hen house, running all the way. How many warm eggs will we find today? Mix them up carefully and put them in the tray. 1, 2, 3, it's It's the farmer's life for me. Out in the orchard, there blows a summer breeze. Black red cherries are ripening on the tree. Would you like to eat some? Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. We're down at the big side, peeping through the door. And one mother pig and her family of 4. Can you see the piglets drinking more and more? 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. Over in the meadow, the farmer mows the hay. Soon it will be dry on this lovely sunny day. We're raking and turning, the barrel's on its way. 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. Up on the hillside, we're counting lambs and sheep. Some lambs are lost, but we can hear the bleat. Rattle of the bucket and give them all a treat. 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. Down in the paddock, get the water trough. The horses are thirsty, have they got enough? Turn on the hose pipe, whoosh, turn it off. 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. Back in the farmhouse, time to make a cake. Let's get ready so we can start the day. Leave it to cool, it's like this ain't. 1, 2, 3, it's the farmer's life for me. That's it. Feed all the ponies, jump the pancake. Close up the hen house before it gets too late. Pigs are in the pig down, you know it's in the day. It's the farming day, and now it's time for bed. It's the farming day, and now it's time for bed.
Good. Thank you for helping me. Because sometimes I might get my numbers off. Which one? This one? Oh, but you know what? That could be a book that you can check out and take home. Yeah, I think you would like that. So our last little story that we're going to do today, I'll put my numbers back up, please. You know, Play-Doh makes the great. Gotta use what you can use. So, let me see. Maybe I'll use these. Show you. I have a lot of little farm animals. So, I'm trying to be something. Trying to be something because you are. The cow said, nay. That's the same way I read it. Like, can't be right.
I read this one before.
Well, good. Don't tell the end, okay?
Well, I haven't read it in a long time.
Okay.
I might not remember it.
Okay, good. This is fun. The cow said, nay. Wow. There once was a cow in a barn who could see. A horse. Oh, here's my horse. There's my horse right there. In the field who ran wild and free. If I were a horse, I could run free all day. So the cow opened his mouth and let out a big oh my goodness, wait a minute. Is that the sound that the cow is supposed to make? The horse heard the cow, and he looked in the pond at the duck with the bill. Ooh, my goodness, who swam all day long. If I were a duck, bet they stay off my back. And the horse reared back, and he came out with a quack.
Isn't it weird?
Oh no! The duck heard the horse, and he saw the sheep with a big winter coat 2 inches deep. If I were a sheep, that would be good. And the duck said, "Bah," as loud as he could. The sheep heard the duck and he looked at the pig, using his nose and his deep mud to dig. If I were a pig, I could dig with my snout. And then the sheep opened his mouth and came out. The pig heard the sheep and he looked in the yard at the dog on the porch who proudly stood guard. If I were a dog, I bet I could be tough. And the pig wiggled his tail and he let out a woof. The dog heard the pig and he looked in the house at the cat on the barn that was chasing a mouse. If I were a cat, I'll be inside right now. And then the dog opened his mouth and he let out a
What? They're the exact opposite.
The cat heard the dog and he left the mouse there and looked at the farmer asleep in his chair. If I were a man, oh, the places I'd go. And then the cat purred and let out a hello.
The cat speaks English.
The farmer opened his eyes when he heard that cat, and he thought to himself, did I really hear that? Then he walked to the barn, and he opened the door and heard some more things that he had not heard before. The cow said, "Nay," and the horse said, "Quack," and the duck said, "Bag," and the sheep went back. I know. The pig said, "Woof," and the dog said, "Meow." As the cat and the farmer stood by the cow, then the farmer smiled, and what else could he do but he opened his mouth and let out a big moo. What? Oh, what a silly book. Oh, my goodness. All those animals did all sorts of silly sounds. And you're right, some of them got their sounds mixed up, right?
Most of them do actually.
Yeah. Okay, let's pick that up so we won't know what you said in the mouth. Okay, good job. I like that.
Now what are we reading now?
Well, we're going to go over to the craft table. And we're going to work on a project. You want to see the tractor, so why don't you look at the tractor, and then we'll move over to the table. So go over to the table.
I'm going to make it. I don't know if it's going to be a tractor.